Farrell, Botica, all pull on the All Blacks jersey, but the question everyone was asking was, unlike previous years, will they be taking kicks at goal?
We haven't decided yet. We haven't got a kicker. Frano Botica kicks a bit, doesn't he? So maybe we have got a kicker.
Traditionally, I think we should stick to what we've always done and score tries.
Well, New Zealand's first opponents were a United States team packed with some big old units, fitter than ever, and like all US teams, pretty confident.
We are definitely looking to improve on what we've done here in the past. We've struggled with our early matches, and we've got in the parameters of this tournament, we've got a young team in respect to some of the other ones, and I think we're going to come out early and set the tone.
Let's let this place hear us now. Big TA on 3. 2, 3, TA!
We do have a haka.
So our second game, New Zealand versus the USA. Miles Harrison is your commentator.
Taken by Lark for the States. And there's some space. And he's using it. Good run. This is Troy Flay. Good running from him too. On to Mike Skahan. But it's gone forward. So close. USA working hard up front. And that's Rizzoni, the power lifter, taking the ball into contact. Siano. Skahan again. And the referee was playing an advantage. Olivier Roumat looks on for France, and the United States bench wished this one over from John Hinkin. It was a simple kick.
Nicely slotted to put them in the
Straight
lead
over.
by 3 points to 0.
I mean, we're dominating these guys up front. We just got to keep doing it, all right?
Nobody. Let's play like bloody All Blacks, you guys. New Zealand trailing at half-time. McDowell. Lindsay is the scrum half, Alan Lindsay, and there it is for him. Frano Botica. Oh, it's an interception. And it's Thompson for America. Then it's Williams along the line to Hartley. And Hartley is going here. He's got a man outside. It's Skahan, and this will be the score. The first try for the USA. It's 8-0. Blair Larson has it. Lindsay. All Blacks need to get something quickly here. But it's come back on the state side. It's Siano. And he relieves the pressure. Amador. Brown. It's gone a long way. But just inviting the States to counter, and they've looked good at this. And here's Porter, and he's got Hinkin outside. And Porter's going with him. Turn the ball back inside here, they've timed it well. And Porter just about makes it. It's 13-0, and a shock is on the cards here. New Zealand trying to straighten up and go through, and it's Blair Larson who scores to keep them in the match. Shelford with the tap, very little time. Botica to Brown, and then from Bray to Larson. It's Nini, but America getting across. They've covered so well in this match, given everything. They put the ball out, and there's the final whistle. The United States beat the All Blacks, one of the biggest shocks in the history of the tournament.
Can't ask for better effort from any of those guys. Not one of them let up. Chop skip saw there in the end. That was hard. I was very proud of them.
Hey, gotta win!
I don't think we took them too lightly. You know, a little bit older, the guys. You know, they're probably 10 years down the line from playing international football, 10, 15 years down the line from playing international football. Overweight, a lot of them.
I stopped playing competitively a couple of years ago, and I never thought I'd end up on a field against Buck Shelford, so that was kind of strange.
Very happy about it. It's a dream come true to play against the All Blacks, and and be able to beat them, let alone just to play them. So I'm on cloud 9 right now. I'm not going to take this jersey off for about 2 hours. So.
So the first shock of the tournament, New Zealand go out to the United States.
Welcome to Bermuda.
Meet Johnny, one of the more colourful characters on the island. His job, welcoming the traffic every morning. So popular, he's been immortalised. Well, Bermuda is playground to the rich and famous. You're no one without a flash yacht, and if you wanted to buy a house here, you'd have to fork out an average of $1 million. Some price tags reach as high as $50 million. But the locals seem pretty relaxed, and you can see why. It's as near as you can get to paradise. But it's not all beauty and pleasure on the island, as many of the players found out here at the regimental headquarters. Hurricane Fabian meant they were a little short of accommodation, so this became the base for the Argentinian team. Brought a whole new meaning to the term training.
We march with the army. We make friends with the general and the sergeant. It's a good people. They receive us very well. They move they're very straight and with the times that we have lunch, and they moved all this, so they were very gentle with us.
Now, what was that about the marching? So the Colonel unimpressed with their display on the parade ground, but what about their rugby? The 99 champions hoping for a repeat performance this time around. The classic Pumas, however, under no illusions about the enormity of probably not your normal mode of transport to training. Probably not your normal training field either. But then this wasn't any old normal day for the US team, for this was the scene just 16 hours after the first ever win by any American men's rugby team over the mighty All Blacks.
It's a huge victory. I mean, I know, it's not the Eagles and it's not the All Blacks, but it's always nice to say beat New Zealand.
From what I understand, it's the first time the U.S. has beat New Zealand in any respects of rugby, so.
You been on the phone to home?
Actually, I did make a few phone calls, I did. And I got a no kidding me and a couple funny responses.
However, the victory did come at a cost. Joe Rizzoni's good looks being one of them.
You gotta be good at tight.
Well, actually, this one right here happened from Mike Stanaway in practice when we went up in a line out. And instead of dropping him, I was stupid enough to catch him to be a nice guy, and he elbowed me in the face. And then this one happened about, I don't know, 20 minutes into the game, where it was some kind of a punch or something. And this up here happened in the second half, and this happened about 10 minutes left in the game. They're all from getting punched in rucks. Kind of funny. I mean, you walk through the crowd and it's like, what happened to you? Well, I guess played against New Zealand. That's what happened to me.
Hey, just do what Brad and I do. Take $20.
There was no doubting that the USA were up for the semi-final. Their win against the All Blacks had been a real fillip for the side that had for many years been one of the tournament's whipping boys.
The boys are very, very excited. It's a huge opportunity. We got one against the All Blacks. I think it's going to be a much tougher game. The opportunity to, beat New Zealand and South Africa in the same week is just, it's utterly unbelievable. The majority of them have probably never played a game at this level before yet. It's huge. It's fantastic for them, and they're very excited, and I'm very, very confident.
I know that they're going to do seriously well. Obviously, I've got a couple of friends there, but we'll be friends after it.
South Africa clearly looking to go one better than last year. So could the States take a second big scalp? Dowie Morris and Will Chignall, your commentators.
Well, it's all very competitive. Both sides desperate to make the final. Cheryl, here is Venter, lovely little inside pass, but the US tackling is aggressive. South Africa still trying to work their magic. Little chip through, down to the bounce of the ball. The US had to be very quick there.
Absolutely great defence.
Just outside their 22. Brad Hughes has dropped it, and the South Africans are very quick onto this. Johan Kapp will run this one home. They really made the Eagles pay.
Predatory as ever. There we see Ronnie Corky picking the ball at Fenter, and Johan Kapp, the Western Province flanker, goes over.
Good crowd here. They want to see some rugby. And it's pretty niggly, nasty bouncing ball, beautifully taken. But again, it looked as though there's a little knock on. The referee says play on, could yet work. Stanaway's clear.
The South Africans don't like it, but it'll be a try.
And I think they've got right to. Watch Brad Hughes. That's a knock-on. The ball comes back out on the South African side. Mike Stanaway runs away with that's where the knock-on occurred. South Africans thought they got it back, but it's a try.
There are some worried faces on the Springbok side, but they could just come back here. They do. Micaiah Jack is over, and the Eagles are going potty.
They certainly are. Craig Hartley, a captain, berating the referee. And we'll see there is a slight knock-on that goes forward for Johan Kapp, but I think that evens itself up really for that try from Mike Stanaway.
Don't take any more tackles. Give up. Give up. Come on, tackle on 3, 2, 3, tackle.
South Africa with a slender 2-point lead. All to play for. Porter's after it, but he's been brought down without the ball. The Springboks go back, but the referee is not happy. He'll be giving a penalty. John Hinkin with the strike. It's over, and this takes the United States into the lead. This is turning out to be a cracker. That is a nasty slice, and this could end up being very dangerous for the Springboks. The US have the ball back. It's route one. Steve Siano is over. It's glory for him, and the Springboks are in trouble.
Glory for the USA, absolute nightmare for the South Africans. Step from Steve Siano off his right, then the bullock run straight through Fulgari. That's a try.
The US now chipping through. That's lovely. The Springboks are asleep. Could be a chance. Mike Skahan. That could just about seal it. The Springboks are absolutely gutted. Meanwhile, the Eagles think they won it. They can celebrate. Expectant faces waiting for the final whistle, and there it is! There's another shot. The Eagles beat New Zealand in the quarters. Now South Africa in the semis. They are in the final.
We stuck with the game plan. We kept our heads about us, and it came out a wonderful result.
How do you like us now?
Well, we're joined again by U.S. skipper Craig Hartley, and wow, first you take out the classic All Blacks, then you eliminate the classic Springbok side that were finalists in 2002 and had improved their strengths this year. What did you tell these guys coming into the semifinal tilt?
This was a simple speech. South African Springboks. That was all.
That's all it took? Yeah. That's it?
I should have used that a couple of times.
They dominated the line out the other day against the Babas, and we're going to put it into that. I think we'll definitely win the match.
We're not going to play to their strengths. They're big fellas, and we're going to try and make our first up tackles. I look for the first 10 minutes to be some big hitting.
To win in the fashion that we've gone through the tournament with the All Blacks, Springboks, and then France would be tremendous. To do it with my mates would be as good as it gets.
The French appeared a little more relaxed, but with only minutes to go, they weren't without a few nerves themselves.
Yeah, I feel right. As you know, most of the, like all the match, you know, when you start during the week, can feel pressure a little bit, you know. Final, this is good time. This is good before the match, you know.
Big TA on 3, 2, 3.
So as the teams lined up, the rain continued to fall. Let's go over to our commentators, Stuart Barnes and Miles Harrison.
So it's France who get this final underway. And the first thing that we must draw your attention to, the conditions. They're appalling as the penalty goes to the USA.
Well, France will probably be a bit more disappointed with the rain. The United States will want to tough it out. France with Le Flamand and all that pace behind. They probably won't be that happy with the conditions, but they have to remain favourites.
Captain Hartley kicks. Thrown by Flay. Coming through the line out there, the French, and they've been penalised for that. It was Del Mazo. Oh, and then he he's kicked the ball away. That's a further 10 metres.
And Marc Dalmazo, of course, remember his ill discipline when he played for France. Absolutely wonderful rugby player.
Hinkin's kick, and that just goes wide on the left. Disappointment there for John Hinkin and the USA.
Good drive again from the States. Do they have the wit and imagination to unlock France?
Sayano, and then it's Porter. He didn't take the ball with him. You can see the water building up on the pitch. Sayano again. He's lost it. Picked up by France. Advantage being played for the knock-on. Corion with the kick. Into one of the drier parts of the pitch.
A smart rugby in these conditions. You want to play in opposition territory. France know that. Corion knows that.
And last but not least, to you, braving the weather, all the wind and the rain.
Crowd being thanked for their contribution. Here's Medina to Sayano. It's another drop ball.
Well, you just wonder about the USA running the ball from so deep. They've just handed territory over.
Somerville coming off the back of the scrum. Corion wants the penalty, and he's got it. Frank Kennedy, the coach of the USA, looking concerned.
Yeah, just the little things not being done quite as well as the USA would want at the moment, and you don't want to give this France team too much ball too near your line.
Joe Rizzoni missing the match with that black eye, but more importantly a hamstring problem. Corion's kick is wide, so it's a tense final. Good tackling in midfield from France. We're playing the majority of the game inside American territory. Hartley trying to get the ball away. Always seems to be cover for France defensively. And Laurent Caban, their coach, he's on his feet. But the Americans worked.
The States get involved, but they're really not able to thread the French defence from this distance, and they're just handing over opportunities. This time, Payet having the pocket goal.
And this time the flags are up, so it's 3-0 to the French.
He's had a good tournament, the French fullback. No surprise they've taken the lead.
Of course, uncontested scrums in the classics. Away goes Robka, the number 8. That was good. And here's a penalty coming for the USA. A chance to equalise for offside. It will be Hinkin.
Not the easiest kick, because it really is telling underfoot. France there, you can see, coming offside, a chance for the USA. A little bit feisty.
Against the wind as well. Oh, he's got it. What a kick from John Hinkin.
Yeah, that's a cracking kick. Well, may the American fans enjoy that.
Castell throws, but he's back with America. Cassidy getting the ball out to Brown. Sayano along the line to Porter. Hartley's there. Oh, good run from Hartley. Hinkin. Oh, had a chance to turn that ball inside.
Oh, you know, Hartley deserved better. He showed a bit of pace.
Forwards, you're doing a terrific job, man. Great job, but it's far from over.
We are winning, and then we're standing there. Yeah. We have to have them on their back feet for our backs to be able to do the job. Keep driving over the ball. Churn them out the back. I don't care.
Big T on 3, 2, 3,
Vous refaites l'inverse de ce qu'on a fait en première mi-temps. C'est-à-dire, première mi-temps, premier ballon, deuxième ballon, troisième ballon, on n'a pas touché. On n'a pas mis la main sur le ballon. On joue hyper simple contre eux. Ils sont déstructurés.
The race like this in Paris. Look at that weather now. Horizontal, the rain. Desperately difficult.
Not your picture book Bermuda scene, is it?
Lecomte with that take. He's played well, the French number 8, and he's getting a great response from the rest of the pack here. America working hard Oh, and Somerville went in there on the fringe of that rolling maul. They're smiling, but the Americans aren't. And that is off the field for Somerville.
Well, you can see number 16 here, just watch the footwork, there's almost a knee drop there as well.
Well, they're doing their best to enjoy this final, which is being played in atrocious conditions. France always looking the more threatening, but they haven't been able to get away on the scoreboard.
Now the conditions are playing a level, and here goes the fullback from the States. What a player Hartley is.
Yeah, he's leading by example, the captain, and he's got his side a penalty here. No kick is easy, but this is in front of the posts. A night like this, you wouldn't fancy anything there.
No, rather hinking than me, but you're going to have to take these to win. He's done a good job.
6-3, the USA lead. Nicole's restart. Falling for France. Dalmazo took the ball in. There's a series of penalties now, this one going to the French. Series of umbrellas too.
Really tough for France now because this wind is driving straight into their face. Through the wind and the rain, 5 meters from touch, little bit of luck, great position for France. Roumat conjure anything.
Well, they've used their big forwards to great effect before in this tournament. It was Roumat with the take. And America now hanging on. And they're being pushed over that line. They've done it again. All a question of who gets up with the ball. It's Mombay who scored. And it puts France into the lead.
It's a good set piece, and when you've got conditions like this, set piece is vital. Roumat, of course, was a world-class player in his day. He's pulling the men over with him. The USA can do nothing. France take the lead.
Well, it's a good effort, but just wide.
Very good effort.
Well, he's enjoying it.
Oh, exotic dress, the French in Bermuda.
Chip from Sayano, but it's charged down. Just couldn't get the hack on going. And that's why it had to go through a river.
I think I saw a hippopotamus wading around in that part of the pitch. The Bermuda hippopotamus, rare species.
Good work again by the French forwards. They've wanted to spin the ball, and Le Flamand has been a major threat, as we saw in the semi-final, but they've reverted to the forwards in the final quite rightly in these conditions.
Have to play the conditions. Now they're close, now the back's attack.
Eto'o, inside to Moniek, he scores! Now is that the vital try? The French think so.
A little bit more class. We saw the pace and the power that dismantled the classic barbarians at semi-final stage. Now it's a combination again. The charge down first of all, then the drive. The little dummy from Eto'o. He's so aware, outside, inside. I go inside. Moniek, momentum carries him over, slides through the mud. France have a good lead now.
Clear by 7 points. America need a converted try. And Stanaway was taken out of the air there. That's clearly a penalty.
If you watch World Cup Premiership rugby, that's an offence that normally merits a yellow card. America settled for position.
Cassidy looking. Oh, he had a knock on there, surely. Well, the referee lets it go.
Generous interpretation there, but France will feel justice done, and more than justice. They have the penalty. They should clear their lines.
America running out of time. They need to get this one out. Still a chance to run back. Well, not if they drop the ball. It's been knocked on. And that is it. France have won the World Rugby Classic for the first time, and they thoroughly deserve their triumph.
I'm very happy for my team because these guys, they're very happy. They don't prepare seriously, but when they play in the field with a blue jersey, it's very important. They respect their country, and I'm very happy for that today.
Yeah, we're happy. We had a good start, as I say. The guys was very, concentrated on the pitch. And as I say, good time in Bermuda. It's fantastic island, tremendous place. We have a good time. Very happy for the win. Good side. The US team, they've got a good side. We're really bit surprised. The big guys, but very happy, very happy.
No match for the wing, match for the big man, the French, beautiful, more, groupé pénétrant, magnifique, un grand bravo aux États-Unis et bravo aux avants français. Bravo, merci.
If you look at the guys right now, there's a bunch of smiles on their faces. They've had a wonderful week. The island has been great to us. We've had some sunny weather. We've had some good times on the beach, great camaraderie, and that's what this is all about. We've met people from the other teams, got to know them a little bit better, guys we've seen on television and heard about, and that's what this tournament is all about.
Brings back great memories of Bermuda. France scored the only try of the final and won in conditions that suited their forward-oriented style.
Post-game highlights are brought to you by Michelob Amber Bock. Rich in color, smooth in taste.
Well, there's only 2 tries scored in the game, and they were both by the Frenchmen. Here the forwards, loose forwards, did a great job throughout the final. They get it out wide, just gets it over the line.
We're joined again by Team America captain Craig Hartley. And Craig, although you didn't win that match, losing to that particular French side by only 7 points under those conditions, really quite an accomplishment. Now you look back, how do you feel after it was all over? I imagine it was very satisfying.
Very satisfying. I hate to lose, but I'm just reminded by looking back at the clips of what a good time we had there and seeing some of the guys' faces, and it really feels good to see them again.
Now, Craig, you had the game plan against New Zealand and South Africa, wide open game plan. Obviously, the weather hindered that game plan strategy.
It did, and it's unfortunate because you hate to have the weather determine what you're going to do and the game plan. We already were aware of their forwards. We'd shortened the line out so that they had 2 monsters in there, and we didn't want to go to either one of their strengths. We were going to get the ball wide, and it just never really developed. We played great defense. I mean, we were tackling all over the place, and we just could not get it together again on offense, unfortunately.
Well, to go to the final, it had to be a total team effort. Any of these players for Team America stand out?
I hate to single anyone out. Everyone did such a fantastic job from the forwards out. I mean, the forwards did exactly what we asked all the way through. Really solid in the line out, getting to the loose ball, setting up great platform. The centers were doing an excellent job of making the gain lines. The wings were putting plays away. Everyone was involved in just the way we asked them to be.
Now, we know about what happened on the field, but Bermuda, people want to know what happened off the field. It's always a great time. Share some of those stories.
Well, the normal highlight would be the party that we co-host with the Canadians at the Swizzle Inn. It was a costume party, which it is every year, and the theme this year was superheroes, and there were 8 supermen there, and I think we were responsible for 6 of them. Our guys looked really good. But we had an important match after that, so we were a little bit low-key there. We had another function at our hotel, the Elbow Beach Hotel, which, by the way, just went out of their way to take care of us, and the function was a result of that. They just did everything to perfection. I mean, the rooms are great.